What's up YouTube, awesome Yugi here, and today I'm here with a deck profile on Shaddolls for the April 1st 2015 ban list. This is definitely a deck that will see a bit of a rise in play. Two usable versions of this deck, I'll be profiling one because I don't really like the other, or I like this one better. But after World Superstars come out with the Star Seraphs, this is definitely going to be one of the two, maybe three best decks of the format. But for right now, it's definitely a viable deck as it is, and I'll show you what I've been running. So I'm running the Dragon, the Chaos build, the more explosive build. The other build that would be usable is the Artifact engine, right now with Lanzia. Just using the Sanctums, getting out Lanzia, but that's really only good against Necros. I feel like in pretty much every other matchup, Shaddoll, as I'm going to show it to you right now, is definitely more viable. So in this version, you run the BLS as one of your boss monsters. Then you run the Dark Armed Dragon alongside with Eclipse Wyvern as sort of your chaos-like engine. And of course, you have your triple Mathematician. The Mathematician is used as in any regular Shaddoll build. You can send your Shaddolls. Send, for example, Squamata to send a beast and draw a card, or send Squamata to send Falco. Falco is going to special summon itself and has a target right away in Squamata. Plays like that, and of course you can send the Eclipse Wyvern with Mathematician as well. Then the mini baby dragons. I'm always going to run baby dragons or dragons, whatever. Can't run the big dragons anymore. The dragon rulers are banned, but I still like the mini baby dragons. 3 white or 3 light, 1 dark. I don't like 2/2 because you don't have that much light targets. Pretty much all I'm running for lights are the Eclipse Wyvern, the Wyvern busters themselves, and in fact Wheeler, I'm running that as well. You'll see that in a second. But you have a lot more dark targets. And these help with making Dark Armed Dragon life as well. So 3 and 1 is definitely the ratio to go, in my opinion. Of course, when you sink these guys away, or when they get destroyed by battle, or you fuse them away with Shaddoll Fusion or else Shaddoll Fusion. If you fuse him away, you can search her. If you fuse him away, you can search him. I don't know. I feel like this is male, this is female, but I'm not sure. It might all be male, or all female. Of course, that's possible as well. But 3 and 1 is way better than 2 and 1, even than 2 and 2. Even though you can search, the Black Dragon can be death in the early game, so you don't really want to draw into him. Then for the Shaddolls, we have 2 beasts. 3 is overkill in my opinion in this version. Triple Squamata, because this is definitely the best Shaddoll card right now. Makes all your plays. Double Dragon. Now Dragon isn't as good as the back row popper because not a lot of decks are playing back row anymore. But being able to normal summon the 1900. I don't want to spoil the entire deck, but I'm playing Mistake in the main deck as well. Being able to just normal summon the 1900 against Necros when you have the Mistake stat puts so much pressure on your opponent. So and definitely against Satella Knights, it's extremely good if you have the Mistake with the Shaddoll Dragon. Then double Hatchhawk. I'll start over here. Double Hatchhawk, and just the 1 Falco. Valka's another card, just like the Black Dragon. I really don't dislike drawing, especially because I'm not playing any Sinister Shadow games. So one of this is absolutely fine. And then the last 2 monsters, let me get this out of the way. Last 2 monsters, like I said, the 2 FX Veiler. This mostly to stop the Trish, because Trish can really hurt your deck. So it's and of course just against Falk as well, and the any Necros matchup. Burning Abyss, it's really support. It's kind of useless, to be honest. But against some other rogues, it's decent as well. I guess against like Fire Fist, it's pretty decent. Stopping Spirit, for example. But it's mainly for Necros. Against the Teller, it's pretty good against the Napa Worlds as well. But that's it for the monsters. I believe that's 22 spells. Of course, you have your triple Shaddoll Fusion and triple L Shaddoll Fusion. This is your OTK card. Another card I implemented is double Mask Change the Second. Now I was kind of debating this because I do have some other stun cards, but I felt like Dark Law is just too good not to run. Of course, Mask Change with any of your Shaddoll monsters is going to go Dark Law, and Dark Law is just so good against a lot of the meta decks right now. I'm not playing Koga right now. but I do play enough lights to where I'm at a point of thinking, or feeling at least, that I might want to insert at least one Koga in the extra deck as well. But the extra deck is kind of tight on space. But if you feel like you can make space if you want to cut any of the cards I'm running, you could go with the Koga as well. This also, of course, is another, let's say, like battle trap card alongside Shaddoll Fusion, which just generates so much OTKs. You can push for damage, Mask Change the second, Dark Law, attack again, Shaddoll Fusion, Dark, get rid of Dark Law because he is a dark with any of your Shaddoll monsters, to go into Winda, kick again, or the other way around, so that works just as well, of course. But yeah, it's just it enables some OTKs as well. So Mask Change, first turn, just normal summoning, like for example Dragon or Squamata, big body, Mask Changing on the first search of Necros. It's too good, so I decided to run it. It's too good not to run, in my opinion. Then one of Foolish, Regeki, Book. These are the Jin outs, and Allure for some draw power. I always really like Allure in Shaddolls. And then for the traps, I believe that's 12 spells, traps. The Triple Mistake, as promised. Pretty much the only card you use to search, adding cards from your deck to your hand, is Hedgehog. And most of the time you're only going to do that first turn. So this really, really, really doesn't hurt you at all. So Mistake, definitely the card to run. And then I'm running 3 one-offs. I'm running the Shaddoll Core, of course. Good card. The Ring of Destruction, because there's some easy removal, and this puts in some damage as well. Another out to the Jinlurk, but mostly the damage. You do a lot of damage really easily with this deck. Ring of Destruction just puts in a bit of that extra damage to make sure you can kill your opponent by turn 3 at most. And then you want Emptiness, because you can put down a board, construct, or a window with an Emptiness behind it. It's really good. And it's definitely one of those more sacky cards right now that can just win you the game. Definitely, since people are dropping MST from the main deck, which I'm doing as well because I feel like it's bad. For the extra deck, you have triple Construct, staple your Shekanaga for the Mathematician, Earth, double Winda. This is a card I considered putting up to 3 as well. But like I said, I just couldn't find a room for it. Double Mask Hero Dark Law. What you could actually do is go 1 Dark Law, 1 Koga. But I feel like 2 Dark Law is kind of needed, because you can go Dark Law Mask Change into Dark Law. If you happen to open the 2 Mask Change, Dark Law only stops 1 search. If they go like Brio, you drop the Dark Law and then they go Manju, and you can drop the other Dark Law. That's game over. So I do like having 2 Dark Laws in here. That's it for the fusions. Then Leo, because this is still a good card against BA. Yazi, this is still a good card against BA. Arcanite Magician, this is a par, but I guess it's still okay. Yeah, you might want to cut this. And Armades, another card I really like against BA, and this stops the Valk as well, so you can always get the 2300 in, which is pretty good. And then some rank force, Axiton, Castell, and Weller. You might actually want to implement Rhapsody as well, because special summoning 2 of the baby dragons, making Rhapsody banish stuff from the grave so that you cannot be Falk, and dropping a BLS, for example. Yeah, that's going to be game, you know. So, but like I said, the extra deck space is really tight in this deck. Side deck, triple Maxi for Burning Abyss, double Danko Seka for Tellers mostly, double Lancia. I am running it, but it's in the side deck. It's another like failure type card against Necros. Triple MST, because you do need to have this in the side. And then 2 tack cards I'm playing, or siding rather. 2 Secret Village of the Spellcaster. This is the card I was waiting on. I only owned 1, so I need to get 1 in. This card reads: if you control a spellcaster type monster and your opponent does not, your opponent cannot activate spell cards. If you control no spellcaster type monsters, you cannot activate spell cards. For those of you who are unaware, all your Shaddoll monsters in the main deck, and Winda in the extra deck, for example, as well, and I believe Shekanaga as well. No, Shaganag is a machine, sorry. And of course Construct is a fairy. But pretty much normal summoning dragon and having the secret village is a game against Necros. That's it. This is game against Necros. So there's the or if you go Shaddoll Fusion and you drop the Winda, that's game against Necros as well. They cannot activate spell cards as long as you keep a spellcaster on the field, and they don't really have any outs when you have this, because they can't activate an MST to get rid of it. Get rid of this. They can't Dark Hole or Regeki or Book of Moon to get rid of this, because of course those are all spell cards. So you pretty much win. If you're playing Shaddoll and you haven't figured this out yet, yeah, go ahead and even Mathematician is a spellcaster, by the way. But yeah, get on the Secret Village hype train, because this is definitely the tech to beat Necros with this deck. It's not really main deck worthy, because when you're going second against Necros, or game 1 you usually always want to go second. They, of course, they can establish spellcasters themselves, because for example Unicorn is a spellcaster. And pretty much everything that isn't a warrior in the deck is a spellcaster. So they would be able to activate spellcasters, but of course they cannot get to the spellcasters, because Manju and Senju aren't spellcasters, they're fairy, of course. If they're running Armageddonite, that's a warrior. But if they go first and they have a spellcaster on the field, they can activate all their spells, of course, because they do own a spellcaster as well, or they have a spellcaster on the field as well. But if you're going first and you can put this up, they can't get it. They don't have access to spellcaster unless they side it in Gaiku and they happen to draw it. Yeah, alright. But I feel like they won't be siding in Gaiku against Shaddoll, if they're siding it at all, because I still feel like Gaiku isn't the card to side in Shaddoll. Or in Necros, but yeah, this is fucking fantastic. I'm not going to undersell it. I love that Secret Village, but like I said, you don't main it because it's bad against a lot of other matchups. 2 breakthrough skill. This is another out against Winda, but it's mostly for Majesty Vanity's Fiend. And then the Crush card Virus, another card that shits on Necros, and you can make it live with Hedgehog. So you might actually have Falco? Yeah, Falco of course as well. So Falco and Hedgehog, I think. Yeah, those are the only 2. But those are cards you can have easy access to. So Crush card Fire is definitely another blowout card against Necros, and of course some other rogue decks, but I don't know any of on top of my head. I guess against just Senjus is a blowout as well, because you pretty much get rid of all monsters they have. So they have to grind a couple of turns with the traps they have to get access to other monsters as well. So yeah, that's it for my Necros deck profile. In the comment section down below, let me know what you think of this deck. For now, I think it's an extremely good deck, probably in like the top, what should I say, 4 or 5 decks right now. After the Star Steps come out, I definitely see this deck being one of the best 2 to 3 decks in the format for national seasons. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Have a nice day. Leave some suggestions in the comment section down below if you have some improvements on this deck. Let me know some other deck profiles you want to see. I will be doing Talonites soon-ish, and I still want to do Sylvans and Glad Beasts as well. I do have all the cards, but I need to find some time to actually build the decks and see what works and build it in real life and profile it, etc. But I do really want to do at least Sylvans and Glad Beasts, since they did get some card back on the banned list. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!